This is Entertainment Tonight's Gilligan's Island, The Untold Tales.
As Marianne Summers, Dawn Wells was the quintessential girl next door, and still was in 1993 when she took E.T. on a trip to her character's hometown. But Dawn was also a sex symbol, and her revealing costumes led to battles with network censors.
I think censorship was a very strong issue then.
Marianne's revealing midriff was a cause of contention with the network censors. She had to wear special shorts to cover her belly button.
Little pointed shorts, they had to cover the navel. We went in for wardrobe. We couldn't go out and just buy them off the rack because they had to be specially made. They had to come up to a little point in front. And of course, when you walk, that little point moved.
At that time, CBS had the intermittent navel regulations, which is a fancy way of saying you could not expose a female navel on the screen unless it came and went. It was intermittent. You could see a female navel, and then the next step, it was covered.
The censor was hopping mad over Dawn's ballet and Tina Louise's very ample cleavage.
Between Dawn's belly button and Tina's I didn't have a minute's peace.
Oh, could you get in touch with my mother, please? She's in Winfield, Kansas. Oh,
other than the belly battle, Dawn Wells as Marianne was the epitome of the fresh-faced farm girl.
When Dawn came in, she was so innocent looking. She was virginal.
Dawn's first taste of stardom was as Miss Nevada in the Miss America pageant.
It was quite a thrill, but I really thought it was a hindrance. When I first came to L.A., I really kind of, you know, what have you done? And I would say Miss Nevada, and they always think beauty pageant winner, not a brain in her head maybe, doesn't really have any talent, just wants to be in the movies because she thinks she's pretty.
But she did manage to land a contract with Warner Brothers, which helped her land the role on Gilligan's Island. Though there were rumors of a rivalry on the set, Dawn says she and Tina Louise got along just fine, and she even helped Tina with some cooking.
Tina was getting married and had never done a Thanksgiving dinner, and she asked me, my mother's a fabulous cook, and I'm a pretty good cook, would we show her how to cook it? So she came out to my house, and my mom and I did a dress rehearsal. We did Thanksgiving dinner about 3 weeks before, and she wrote it all down.
The other rumors were about on-set romances, but Dawn says those were just in people's minds.
I thought the professor was real cute, but I was married, and so was he. Well, actually, Ginger was single. So she had some boyfriends. She dated a couple people and got married during the show. So we kind of maybe lived vicariously through her.
Dawn is responsible for these never-before-seen home movies that show the cast goofing it up on the set.
I took them most of the time. Every once in a while, I'd say, I'm never in this. So I'd hand it to Bill D'Arcy, who was our assistant director, and he would take some for me. But I took them a lot.
She says that the show would be different if filmed today.
Well, you know what they're thinking of. Now the question is, why is the skipper and Gilligan's hammock so close together?
Dawn also revealed a big secret to us. She had fake teeth on the show.
I came to Los Angeles and everybody said, well, you've got to do something about these teeth. You look like a little chipmunk. You have two little front teeth, that's it. So I didn't want to grind down healthy teeth. I didn't want caps. So they put little temporary caps on me. And I put them in a little glass jar, and I used to tuck them down my neckline because you'd be maybe, 150 feet from your chair and didn't want to run back. And we were on location someplace, and finally the stage manager came up to me and said, would you mind, please? Would you turn around and put your teeth on in front of everybody? Because I'd turn around, not wanting everybody knows where, and put my little teeth on and then turn around and smile. He said, everybody's saying, is she sniffing cocaine? With my little bottle and going this and then smiling when I came back around. So I made sure I stood up and put my teeth on in front of everybody.
Dawn got the most fan mail on the show and still gets 200 to 300 letters a week. But after the show was canceled, she was typed as Marianne, as she told us in a 1982 reunion interview.
I had a problem at the beginning a lot. Everybody saw me just as Marianne. I think age and time has taken over, I think God has it, But I think I went from an ingenue sort of to leading lady, but it took the first 2 or 3 years.
We followed Dawn, who is now single, as she appeared on many different TV shows, including a fly fishing show called Dawn Wells' Real Adventures, and a talk show for Australia, on which she interviewed celebrities like Tom Hanks.
Now, Dawn, I'd have to say, if, say, for example, the cast of our movie were the Castaways, yes. I think I would have been the professor, don't you think? Yes.
Everywhere she goes, she still gets called Marianne.
I have college girls that come up and say to me, when I go out with a guy, I ask him, are you a Marianne kind of guy or a Ginger kind of guy? And if it's a Marianne kind of guy, they want a relationship. If it's a Ginger kind of guy, they want a one-night stand. Marianne's come home. Marianne Summers is from Winfield, Kansas. We have a fictional character coming back to a real hometown.
E.T. took Dawn back to Marianne's hometown of Winfield, Kansas in 1993, even visiting the hardware store where Marianne supposedly worked.
Is there a rumor that Marianne used to work here?
That's what I heard. She worked at a hardware store.
What happened?
Don't know.
Was it this one?
She got stranded on an island. I think so, yeah.
The local marching band played the show's theme for her, and the crowd went wild.
I cannot tell you what a thrill this is. I've got tears in my eyes.
We also went to Dawn's real home in Los Angeles and looked at her amazing collection of native artifacts from her many travels around the world, where she still gets recognized.
This is an umadori. This is from Africa, and it's from pygmies.
And I've been recognized with my hair in rollers and a scarf and a sweatsuit with sunglasses on. So I don't know. I guess my face has been in your living room longer than you want to talk about.
And she showed us her line of Wishing Wells clothes for disabled people, which will be available on her website soon.
People ask me all the time, how do you survive on Gilligan's Island? And I always tell them, a lot of coconuts and Marianne.
But she still looks forward to the several times a year she gets together with pals Bob Denver and Russell Johnson.
We sit and laugh about experiences we have and explain that nobody but the three of us really understands what it's like to have been part of this American culture for 35 years.
Her clothing line for the disabled keeps her busy, but Dawn is still active in show business. She runs a film actors boot camp that helps aspiring stars learn the ropes. And we'll be right back.
The mate was a mighty sailing man.